Dignity in the crowd. Saying things wise people never do in public. In a world where everyone wants to be seen, the wise people are those who know when not to perform. They move through crowds quietly, not because they are invisible, but because they have nothing left to prove. This is the silent grace of dignity. And today, we will explore 10 things wise people never do in public. Not out of fear, but out of self-respect. Wise people never argue for attention. That is number one. The loudest person in the room is often the one who feels unheard inside. When wise people face confrontation in public, they don't match volume, they manage energy. They understand you don't win a public argument, you just trade peace for noise. Wisdom knows that every crowd has spectators and dignity doesn't perform for an audience. When insulted, wise people pause. They choose silence, not because they are weak, but because silence protects clarity. The mature mind asks, is this fight worth my inner peace? And most time, it is not. So white people never show off wealth or status. Really confident doesn't announce itself. The wise know that the more you need to prove yourself successful, the less successful you truly feel. They don't parade possessions or flash power in public spaces. Because what they need witness is poverty in disguise. Instead, they let their calm do the talking, their peace becomes their presence. Dignity doesn't sparkle, it grows quietly. Number three, wise people never mock others for mistake. Watch how someone treats stranger who sleeps, a waiter who forgets an order, or a person who speaks with less education. That is where wisdom shows itself. The wise never use mistakes as entertainment. They correct privately, not publicly. Because dignity is not about appearing superior. It is about making others feel safe to be human. Humiliation never teaches. It only reveals the insecurity of one laughing. Number four, wise people never overshare their lives. In an age where privacy is a form of luxury, wise people guide theirs like treasure. They don't announce every emotion, every success, or every conflict to the public. Not because they are secretive, but because they know that sacred things lose value when exposed too often. Oversharing is the modern way of seeking validation, but the wise understand peace grows in quiet soil. They share once they have healed, not while they are bleeding. Number five, why people never disrespect service workers. Dignity doesn't discriminate. How you treat those who serve you says more about your character than how you treat those above you. Wise people know that respect is not hierarchical, it is universal. They don't raise voices at counter. Don't belittle anyone because of a uniform. They understand that every job, no matter how small, add value to world. No and arrogance towards service workers is often just self-hatred looked for somewhere to land. Number six, wise people never try to dominate conversation. Public space even turn into silent competition. Who's smarter, louder, funner, more informed? But wise people don't compete, they connect. They listen more than they speak, not to appear humble, but to understand when they speak, it measures, not performative. They know that true intelligence is not proven through volume, but through restraint. In an underrated form of strength because when you stop trying to dominate, you start to learn. Number seven, wise people never react impulsively to embarrassment. Embarrassment is a mirror of ego. We stumble, spill, forget, or say something wrong, and instantly looking around, wondering who noticed. Wise people handle those moments differently. They smile, they breathe, they move on. Why? Because they know one truth people forgot faster than you think. Reacting only stretches the moment, grace ends it. Embarrassment loses its power when you stop trying to control perception. Wise people never emulate others to win. Some people confuse confidence with quality. They correct others publicly to feel superior. They use sarcasm as dominance. They turn wisdom into weaponry. But the truly wise don't use intelligence to wound. They use it to enlighten. Dignity doesn't humiliate, it elevates. You can disagree with someone without dishonoring them because maturity is not about being right. It is about being kind while you are. Wise people never complain loudly in public. Listen closely in public space. You will hear into type of people, those who seek peace and those who broadcast problem. The wise don't fend to strangers, argue with cashiers, or make scene in restaurants, not because life is perfect for them, but because they understand that composure is a form of power. Complaining loudly gives your energy away. Calm response keep it. The wise master of the art of quiet correction. They fix, not fuss. They speak solution, not noise. Again, wise people never imitate the crowd. Perhaps deepest wisdom of all is knowing when to stand alone. The crowd moves fast, loud, emotionally reactive. But wise people move slowly, measure, intentional. They don't imitate trends or seek belongings through conformity. They understand that popularity and wisdom rarely walk the same paths. It's easy to follow noise. It takes strength to follow the truth. Wisdom whispers, be kind, not performative, be aware, not afraid. Let's talk about the underlying thread, which is dignity. All this action, silence in conflicts, humility in power, kindness in crowd are not rules. They are a reflection of dignity. Dignity is a visible armor. It protects you without isolating you. It earns respect without demanding it. When you carry dignity, you don't have to announce it. People feel it. You become a mirror of calm in chaos, a symbol of peace where others perform. Let's talk about the modern test. Today, dignity is harder to hold. We live in an age that rewards visibility over feature. When everyone has a platform, and attention feels like currency, but attention fades, character doesn't. The wise choose integrity even when no one's watching because they know what's done in public shape reputations, but what's done privately builds legacy. The power of restraint. Restraint is not a weakness, it is a wisdom measured in patience. To not react, to not show off, to not overshare. It is not suppression, it is selection. Wise people select peace over performance, and in doing so, they gain a rare kind of strength, the kind that doesn't need validation. Dignity is the art of quiet power. Think of mountain. It doesn't shout to prove it is height. It just stands unshaken, unmoving, timeless. That is dignity. To live with quiet power in noisy world, it is not to hide. It is to know yourself so deeply that public noise cannot touch your inner silence. Wise people are not flawless. They are just practiced at pausing. They choose self-command over self-expression, presence over performance, and that is true mastery. Let's reflect. The grace of stillness. You don't need to prove your wisdom in public. You leave it in small, ordinary moments, in the tone you choose, the silence you hold, and the respect you give. Every act of restraint is a message to the world. I know my words. So the next time you are in a crowd and your ego whispers, show them who you are. Smile quietly because you already know dignity doesn't demand attention, it commands it. And the wisest people don't need to be seen to be remembered. If this message spoke to you, share it with someone learning to stay calm in a loud world. And remember, please remember, the greatest wisdom is often silence.